my increasing efforts to try and have a decent workspace to do this, we're going to try this and see how this works. See if this is any better when it comes to doing this. They're big boxes, and I have a somewhat crowded desk. So we're going to move that out of the way. We're going to try and dig in to this. Brand new Hot Toys. Lando Calrissian Empire Strikes Back 40th Anniversary Edition. 6-scale figure. Just picked it up. Courtesy of the... I can't even fit any of this into shot. Sort of slide into shot. It's a big box. Picked this up today. Courtesy of my local comic book shop. We're just going to move that Emperor's World card right out of the way. It's going to be better once we get it out of this shipping box. This is a really big shipping box. So we're going to get this out of this first. So shout out to Memory Lane Comics in Wilmington, who had this Lando Calrissian in stock, and to my detriment, had it on display. So I got a chance to see just how great it looks. And I couldn't pass it up. And it's Lando Calrissian from Empire Strikes Back. And it's Hot Toys. So it's going to be a phenomenal 6-scale figure. So I am getting this thing out of the shipping box. Let's see if we can... Well, we don't need that right now. Let's see if I can slide this thing into view as I take it out of the shipping box. I mean, look at that. Hot Toys also having the confidence in their figures to not feature a still from the film on their box, but an actual just photo of the figure you're getting. So, yeah, this is in the 40th anniversary packaging, I believe, beneath this. Because we got it. Let's see if you can see that. We got the Empire Strikes Back logo on the top of the box. And yeah, we got the 40th anniversary logo down there for Empire. Which, you know, because of production timetables and I'm sure supply issues and such, the 40th anniversary was in 2021, which we are no longer in. But hey, better late than never, right? Okay, so let's get... So, standard Hot Toys. This is going to be a slip cover that we'll be able to remove to see the inner box, which, oh, look at that. We got some classic Kenner styling. I mean, this is a... Let me see if I can pull this up. Whoa, there's so much. See if you can see that. Oh, man, look at that. This is a proper 40th anniversary box that this figure is in. Plastic window to see the figure inside, but we're not content with that plastic window to see the figure inside. We're going to be freeing this figure. Oh, we got Lando posed with a 6-scale Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett. Gotta look at the stuff that Lando comes with. Yeah, we're gonna get this thing out of there. This is not gonna be a long unboxing. We're gonna tear right into this. So how does this actually slip out now? Is this a... Ooh, it's magnetic. Okay, so this lifts up, but this doesn't appear to be how the box actually comes open. Oh, well, we got tape up here, so we'll cut through that to be able to get to the inside of the box. Whoa. Well, that's it. We've cracked the box open. Next up, Lando. So let us now flip this over and slide Lando out. I mean, this is like always with Hot Toys. It's like you're excavating the figure with various layers of entombment. Okay, so what I think, just so I can start getting rid of the stuff that's beneath here, I'll move this out of the way. And we're going to free his cape. We get Lando's cape down here. There's a cardboard backdrop of Cloud City, which I'm not going to use because I don't generally use the displays or stands that come with Hot Toys figures. So it's nice. It's on hard cardboard, but yeah, I'm not going to use it. Let's get this cape out of here. Wouldn't be Lando without a cape. Let's see. Is this taped? Or is this just very snug? Yeah, it's just very snug. Get this cape out of here. So we got some plastic on it there. We got some cardboard, keeping it nice and flat. I mean, this is beautifully patterned to recreate that Empire Strikes Back costuming, but this is some heavy, nice fabric. See how this thing sits when we finally get Lando out. So, good thing is we have cleared another layer, so I'm going to slip this back in the plastic. See if I can move this back a little bit so you can see. There we go. A little bit more of the area. Centered a little bit more. Okay. Put that back there. Put that there. Close that up. This is done. We're moving this out. Layer 1 is done. There are directions in here. Should I look at them? Oh. I mean, the great thing about after the last couple of unboxings with Lando is there are no lightsabers. There are no electronics to go with lightsabers. There's nothing to worry about in that regard. Set his cape over there for a second. Take off this top bit of plastic. I mean, we practically got Lando out. Okay. So we are going to take Lando out. I just want to get this plastic box out of here as quickly as possible. So we're going to take him out, set him there. Check out his blaster. We got some extra wrist pegs. Yeah, what I've been doing now is taking all the accessories out of the box and then storing them in a separate little box of accessories so I can pack the bigger box away in storage and not have to worry about, hey, I want the Lando to be holding something else now, so I need another set of hands, but boy, it's a pain to go get the box. Nope. Have a little accessory box, accessible accessories. What do we got here? We got the little wrist communicator here, which I think is also how he activates or communicates Lobot. Pretty sure that's what he uses the wrist communicator for. So I got that. And then we got his little PA microphone device when he makes the emergency announcement to Cloud City about the Empire. And basically it's just a message to Wilro Hood to grab his ice cream maker and make a break for it. Okay, we got a stand in here. Again, not going to be using the stand, although it's a little section of the flooring. And looks, it looks nice. A little section of the flooring of Cloud City, but not going to be using a stand. These figures stand well enough on their own that I don't like all the extra space that is taken up with a stand. I probably should look at the directions just to say I did. There might be some kind of special thing for the cape placement or something. I don't want to get to a point where I go, you know what? I should have looked at the directions. Boy, this tape on here is just tearing this plastic apart to get these directions out. Hot Toys is usually good about using tape that is not super sticky. Okay. So it says which hand we're supposed to use for holding the communicator, how to assemble the backdrop. Oh, it's got a nice little Empire Strikes Back mini poster behind the directions. So it does say how to put his cape on. Okay, so I'm glad I looked at this. So we have to... It's attached with loops over the arms then. So basically it's got shoulder support, and then you can slip the cape on. And to put the communicator on, we have to detach his hand. Well, glad I looked at the directions. That would not have been fun to try and fumble through putting that cape on. Okay, so we're going to move these. We get to move another thing out of the way. I mean, this is the point when you're getting down to putting these things together where you start, or I start, feeling a little bit nervous about not wanting to ruin anything. Slide those covers off. Oh, yeah, you know what? We're going to have to take this off. Anyway. To put that wrist communicator on, so might as well do it to help get the hand off. Well, it's always one that wants to be cut open because you can't get a handle on where the tape is holding these things. Yeah. I mean, I mostly want to preserve, I don't know why, the plastic and such, so I think he's going to be in my display holding the communicator. So I think we'll want to leave that there. Come on, Cape. Stay there. Yada-da-dee-dee. Will these slide off for me? Will this be... Or is this going to give me trouble? Going to give me trouble. Trouble? Well, okay. It's always the one thing I neglect. The one tool that I should have had ready based on past experience that I don't. So let me go get a pair of scissors just to cut those off. Those little booties. Those little Lando booties. Okay. And then you have to worry about making sure you're not snipping anything but the tape. Okay, so that's one of them off. He's got, Lando's got some pretty incredible heels, as was the style at the time. Okay. Is this just going to come off without me cutting it? Or no? Nope, 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 nope. You just have to make sure you cut at least below where the tape is. There we go. And then we're getting a pretty good sense. Let's see if we can. It's always great how the light catches the way they do the eyes on Hot Toys. See if we can. Really gets that lifelike appearance from them. So we also have to, I'm gonna have to pop his head off to take off the little protector that's on the neck. You know, I'm gonna leave his head off while we try and get the cape on, which I think is also going to be facilitated by taking off this other hand. Oh, the wrist peg came out with the other hand. Oh, put that back in. Let's see. Slide this. There we go. So what did it say? We need to swing the arms back. So 40 degrees. Like he's putting a jacket on. This is the part, again, where I always get wary about tearing clothing, because, again, I mean, this is just tailored so well. So there's the hooks that we got to feed the arms through. And they're elastic, so that at least makes it a little bit easier. That goes that way. That goes that way. Try and slowly feed them up. Hope I'm getting it right. Oh, well, I think we probably need to make sure his arm's on the other side of it, huh? Okay. This is where trying to navigate around a camera while putting these things on makes it a little difficult. Okay, so that's one side of the elastic. Bring the other side up. Nearly there. Nearly there. Okay. Work that around the shoulder. Bring this a little closer to me so I can actually do it and not get it wrong. So it's one and done. Okay, so I think it's going to be easier now once I bring these arms down. I mean, it's sitting. I guess it just sits right on the shoulders like that. And then you have to... Oh, I gotta rotate it up. Make sure and feed that down a little bit, I guess. Yeah, I just want it to bunch up behind there. I guess it's going to be sitting around the neck like that, so that'll hide that little bit of material there that I'm concerned about. So let's get his head back in there. Okay. Because this is supposed to go over his shoulders, right? Yeah. think I've got it sitting quite right. When in doubt, look at a picture. Go back to the directions. This was supposed to be easier. Remember when I said that? Because there was no lightsabers, no electronics. But Lando and his freaking capes. Okay, so that collar is pulled up right around the neck. Let's see. I'll try and work it all the way up to there. So I'm going to try and pull this a little bit closer to me so I can do this. Just don't know quite where it is supposed to sit. I mean, it shows it as a proper collar. It still doesn't feel quite like it's sitting where it should. And that's bunching up in ways I don't particularly like on there. So let's look again to see where this is supposed to be. That's his internal color. Yeah, This is where the overwhelming excitement of unboxings really bogs down. You know what? I think I fed those wrong. Yep. I think what I got wrong was where it's supposed to sit when coming up. So it should hang beneath his arms. So I think these connection points should be basically in his armpits. I think. So let's try that. Let me try rotating that down. Seeing what happens with that. No, I mean, that's not going to sit right. Come on, Lando. What are you doing? Okay, this is frustrating. This is super frustrating to not be able to figure this out. Okay, I'm going to lay Lando down again. Yeah, Hot Toys, is there an instructional video on how to do his cape? My Lando for a lightsaber right now. Four degrees. Moving the thing out. Yeah, because it's essentially a, like it comes around as a cloak pretty tight around the front. There's not a lot of gap there. And there's a ton of gap the way I have it right now. You know what? When in doubt, start over. Because otherwise, you're just probably exacerbating the same mistake you made the first time. So I'm going to try and carefully take this down. You know what? I'm going to lay it on him and see if I can get the lay of it right before I try and put his arms through it. So the way this thing's supposed to lay is it's like this. That's how it's supposed to lay. So now let's look at this and see how it wants to be. So that it does want to sit like that. And that one wants to go that way. So let's try putting it on him with it like that. Well, like putting on suspenders. And then rotating it forward. And if this works and my other way didn't, I have no idea what's going on. But I'll be happy. Well, I mean, I don't know if I've quite figured out fundamentally what I was doing wrong before, but I mean, they're on there. It's not like it's like a backpack. He's putting his cape is a backpack. And now he's Batman. Which is an interesting connection because Billy D. Williams was supposed to be Two-Face. In the Tim Burton films, if they had continued on to a third Tim Burton film, his Harvey Dent was supposed to become Two-Face. So I think, what do we see? That his wrist communicator goes on the inside of his right hand. So, and that's also what he is holding the PA device with. So, let's get this and then also look and see what direction it's supposed to go on. I'm assuming it's going to be with the sort of black screen towards the top, but I don't want to trust myself now after that cape debacle. Let's see, that goes. Yes, so that is supposed to be with that pointing up, so like that. You can see that sort of area towards the top when he's looking at his wrist. Slide that down a little bit so we can get this is super delicate. So I think I want to slide it down into his hand while I have the hand out. How does he hold it? There's the... So you can see. Got that in there. We'll attach that. Make sure that hand is situated well on the peg, which it appears to be. And then I think I can find his other arm. Does this have pistol grip for his left? We got a fist. Got a left fist, right fist. We got a pistol grip for his right hand. We got sort of a gesturing hand for for his right hand, and sort of a gesturing for his left hand. So we got no weapon grip for his left. So I guess he's just not going to be holding his blaster at all if we want him to be holding the communicator. Which, you know, I don't know. I'll let you decide. Everyone who's watching, should I display him holding the PA device, public announcement device in his right hand, or should he be holding his blaster? Yeah, I'm not going to have him holding the Stormtrooper blaster. And if he's going to be holding one, he's going to be holding that one. So what should we do? You let me know in the chat which one we should do right now for the initial display of Lando. And please don't take forever to let me know, because that's just going to be awkward, me sitting here and filling time. I mean, we can talk about the outfit while you're thinking about. So yeah, it's got the standard Hot Toys body, sort of medium body underneath there, but he's got padding under here so he doesn't look super muscular, which, you know, Billy D. Williams was not a super muscular guy. Really like this figure. Glad I got him. I mean, he's sort of been doing. There we go. That's the position if he's actually giving his announcement. So you all are not going to help me at all when it comes to deciding what I should do. Are you? He's going to leave me to make that decision. Well, I mean, I'm keeping the accessories out, so I can change it up. I think right now we're going to go with him and his PA device, just because it's nifty. And he's got to have his cape on, even though I think his cape was gone. He was just wearing the shirt by the time he used it, I think, by that point in the film. Because the cape, I think, was basically his initial greeting with Han and Chewbacca, 3PO and Leia on the platform when they first arrived. I think he'd already abandoned the formality of the cape by then. Yeah, he doesn't come with a ton of accessories, but, you know, what he comes with is certainly appropriate for Lando. Blaster, Stormtrooper rifle, couple of fists. I wish, obviously, it would have been nice to have a blaster grip for his left hand, just so we didn't have to worry about that. But, you know, if we don't have that option, I think we'll just go with a gestury hand. So it's sort of an at rest, not a fist. As Lando is a lover, not a fighter. There we go. Maybe sort of at rest there. Get rid of that. Get rid of those scissors. And I'll share some photos of him standing up and posed, but I think this worked out better for unboxing as far as having this overhead view than trying to big boy, that Anakin and Stap unboxing. That thing is just so tall. That was nearly impossible. But yeah, that is just a great figure. That's Lando. That's Billy D. Williams. Great sculpt, great paint, pure Hot Toys. But I can't think of a Hot Toy that I've been like super disappointed with. where they didn't, there's been ones that have been not quite there when it comes to maybe the sculpt. Sometimes it's just in the expression. Sometimes they have too neutral an expression as to be sort of boring somewhat. Not boring. Not as dynamic as it could be. Let me put it that way, not boring. But yeah, I mean, that cape hangs really well. That's Lando Calrissian. I don't know. There's nothing more that I can do with him. There's no lightsabers. There's no electronics. It's just Lando. Just Lando living his life in his city in the clouds. So, this has been me, Ken Plume, unboxing this Hot Toys Lando Calrissian Empire Strikes Back 40th Anniversary Edition 6-scale figure. It's really nifty. Again, shout out to great folks in my local comic shop, Memory Lane Comics. If you ever find yourself in Wilmington, North Carolina, go ahead down there. Tell them I sent you. Or don't. I don't know, your choice. Either way, say hi to them. And, yeah, be sure to check out Force 5, my Star Wars action figure show, where I have a special guest on to share what their top 5 favorite Star Wars figures are from their collection, and we talk about them. We talk about sort of all things surrounding their choices, collecting, their lives. It's a great conversation. There are a bunch of episodes up. You can find them all on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ken Plume. If you want to support all the things I do, please consider becoming a patron by going to patreon.com/Ken Plume. At even the $1 level, you get access to all of my audio exclusives and just a ton of stuff. Instant access to once you sign up. And as always, you can also listen to a bit of a chat, which is the podcast I do. There's a couple 100 episodes of that, maybe 500 by now, with, again, a lot of wonderful guests. We talk about stuff. It's a bit of a chat. Go check that out. It's on all the fun places where you find podcasts. Oh, and I guess I should also mention that I have a book coming out, Art of DuckTales, which is the DuckTales 2017 big, massive, hardcover coffee table book that you can order now. Comes out in a month and a half, 2 months, not that long. You can go to bit.ly/DuckTalesBook to find out more about that. Yeah, so that's Lando Calrissian. I'm Ken Plume, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Watch my hand. Click on the stop streaming. Isn't that right, Lando? Bye.